From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Hey, you got one more chance to soak up some pretty warm weather before things take a turn on us for the weekend. First with the temperatures and then with the precipitation chances, especially as we head into Super Bowl Sunday. Clouds have been hanging in. It might be hard to see if you look really closely there above the Tulsa skyline. There's a little bit of blue sky trying to peek through as we look south. South of Tulsa is where there's been a little more sunshine, and some of that's going to come creeping into the metro here pretty soon. You can tell the difference in temperatures. 63 in Tulsa, but 70 in Okmulgee. So that'll come creeping up in to the metro in the next hour or two as far as those sun breaks go. Even our northern counties, Pawhuska, Bartlesville, Coffeyville, again, you've been cloudier and a little cooler. I've got us mostly in the upper 60s in Tulsa, but as that sun breaks back in, if it breaks out a little more quickly, we could easily go above that number I had and get into the low 70s in some parts of the metro today. Dropping back into the low 60s by 8 o'clock, you have some Friday evening, Friday night plans. Temperatures still going to be outstanding. Highs today, again, generally upper 60s north where it's cloudier, low to mid 70s in southeastern Oklahoma. And again, here in Tulsa, if that sunshine breaks out a little more quickly, we could go a little bit above that number that I've got on the map there. So still well above normal to wrap up the week. There's that cloud deck that's been rolling through, a little more clearing to the south. And I point that out because a little more instability in southeastern Oklahoma. You could have a couple pop-up strong storms late afternoon, early evening, basically in our far eastern, southeastern counties, east of McAllister, Wilburton up to about Talcott, to Westville, Stillwell. They'd be highly localized, wouldn't last very long, but there could be a couple storms that produce some hail in our far eastern, southeastern counties. Then on the flip side of things, jumping ahead to the weekend, Sunday, winter storm watch already in effect for western and southwestern Oklahoma. In general, this is where the biggest winter weather impacts are going to be Super Bowl Sunday. We'll have a lot of rain on Super Bowl Sunday before the wintry portion of that gets here. Deep upper level troughs, so that trough axis extends all the way down south of California, but our portion of the system's taking shape right up in here. It may not look like much at this time, but where that upper level low tracks is critical in determining where the narrower bands of heavier snow develop. In general, the moderate trends of a day or two ago have nudged that low a little further south. Not a lot, but that track is critical. And again, this is so often what happens with our winter weather setups here is a small storm track shift can mean big differences on wintry weather impacts for our side of the state. So as we head into Sunday, again, Sunday morning, some rain, but we'll be well above freezing. So rain's the only precipitation type we'll expect. Most of Sunday afternoon, again, we're just talking rain with snow mostly in western and southwestern Oklahoma. Sunday night and Monday morning, that's our main time window for some snow changeover, but most of us are still going to be above 32 degrees, which will limit kind of the snow potential as far as accumulation is concerned, and ground temperatures are warm as well, which will lead to quite a bit of melting. So all that put together, let's roll you through the weekend here. Again, highs well above normal. Here's this little pop-up flare-up potential for storms in southeastern Oklahoma late afternoon, early evening. Cold front is arriving early tomorrow morning, upper 30s and low 40s, but a pretty brisk north wind, so you're going to want a jacket in the morning. Some sun breaks tomorrow at times, but highs low to mid 50s with maybe a sprinkle or two showing up in a few locations. And then now let's get you into Super Bowl Sunday. So as I mentioned, upper 30s, low 40s Sunday morning. With that storm track trying to shove a little further south, that may hold some of the rain further south during the day. I'd say Tulsa to the south, rain pretty likely. North of Tulsa, you may have lighter rainfall amounts during the day. Here's Sunday afternoon. Still upper 30s, low 40s, too warm for anything but rain. Sunday evening, Sunday night, as the main upper level storm system lifts right on top of us, that's our main window for a snow changeover. But it's going to be a pretty brief window. And by about sunrise Monday, the system's mostly moving out of here. So that's why there's just not a whole lot of confidence in amounts over a dusting to an inch. Now, at a certain localized area, there could be some narrower, heavier swaths of snow somewhere in this. As we get closer to Sunday, we'll be able to fine-tune that a little bit more, and there could be some spots maybe end up with more than that. But again, the warmer ground temperatures at the surface near above 32 degrees will kind of limit the impacts, at least the way it looks right now. Those details could still change, so Travis and Stacia will keep you updated on that with the latest this evening, and of course Megan and Aaron through the weekend. Early next week, though, we bounce back out of it pretty quickly, warming up by Valentine's Day.